Hey guys and girls, welcome from explore.com. In this video, I will be talking about sessions in PHP. Okay, so I'll be speaking about sessions, variables, sessions, some functions in sessions, that is session start, unset, session destroy. What is this? Okay, first of all, what is a session? If in your class a professor comes in your class and takes a class for 45 minutes, you call that as a session, right? That is teaching session, right? So the session is for 45 minutes, and for every 45 minutes there will be a new professor coming, and he'll come into class that is you think has login, and he go out of the class, and that is called logout. So the login and logout, and between the login and logout, what is called, that is called as session. Okay, simple, right? So a session is nothing but a period of time which has a starting and ending point, and in the middle it's known as session. Suppose, let me talk about whenever you enter your Facebook profile, whenever you are logging into Facebook. After you are logging into Facebook, you are browsing your friends profiles and all, right? And it is that privacy is up to you only, others can't see. So, and after you're logging in, and finally after chit chatting and all, you're just logging out. So the period between the login and logout is called as a true session. Okay, in PHP we'll be using this session in order to create a login and registrations and all. We'll be using there. Okay, let's start off how to make real sessions. So I just made a PHP file called session.php, and now I want to create a session. Okay, and I will start off with a PHP tag, that is PHP. Let me go with small tag and end tag. Okay, and whenever you are going to start a session, you have to start with a function named as session start. Okay, and this session start must be on every page where you are going to embed. Okay, where you want the sessions to be appeared, where you want to create a session. Okay, next, after creating the session, after invoking the session start function, I want to create the session. Okay, so I'll be using this session variable. So here my session variable is dollar underscore session, and in this name. Okay, let me call it as first name, username. Okay, so I'll just assign the session username to some name, that is explore all. So now what I did, I just started a session start with the session start function, and I created a session variable called username, and for that username I am assigning explore all, right? So I'm just creating a session for explore all. And now if you want to echo this session variable, you can just do that. Okay, let me save this and just execute in order to show you how it is going to execute. So explore.com, and here I'll be typing sessions.php. See, nothing is appeared, right? So there is no error. Okay, and suppose if you have written here at the top, you have written HTML, and at the bottom you have created again ended the HTML, and now you saved your file and executed this. See, you are getting an error, right? So the warning you are getting at the session start. Why we are getting this warning? Because we wrote this HTML tag at the top. There is one constraint here, that whenever you are creating sessions, your session start must always be at the top of the page, and nothing must be written at the top of before the session start. Okay, so that's why I'm removing this. That's why I got an error. Okay, and now if I want to echo this variable, session variable, I'll just use echo function. Since I am session username, I'm just echoing my username. Okay, I'll just save that and see, I'll be running it. Okay, what I got explore as output. Now this is in sessions.php. Okay, let us suppose, since I have created the session with a username called explore all, I will be having this privilege to echo this session variable in other PHP script. Let us try that. Okay, I'll just copy this, and here I have many variables, right? I have many things here, right? Okay, I'll just go with arrays.php. In arrays.php, I'm going to echo this function. So since I want to continue the session, what I will be doing, I will be writing here session start. Okay, and I will be ending, and now I will be echoing that session variable, that is session variable username. Okay, just see, echo. I'll be using this break tag in order to understand clearly. And now save this file, and now execute your arrays.php. Let us see what happens. What happened? You again got your session variable, that is explore all. So why it is coming in arrays.php? Because you have created a session with a username explore all, and you are just echoing that in, you can just echo that in any PHP script. Okay, now I have set up the session. What about if you want to destroy the session? If you want to destroy the session, I will be using a function called unset $session, and you have username, right? You just type that username so that your session will be destroyed. Okay, let's see that. Now in sessions.php, see, I got here explore all, and now you execute your arrays.php. See here, now I am not getting this explore all because I just ended my session there. That's why I just unset it. By using this unset function, I just destroyed the session. So that's why in arrays.php I'm not getting this, though in arrays.php, though I echoed this session variable here, I'm not getting this explore all in arrays.php because I have ended the session of explore all. That is how to create and destroy the session. You can also use this session destroy function in order to do that. You can just make here, instead of unset function, you can just mention session destroy. Okay, and if you just save this also, it will be done. Okay, reload this. See, it has been executed, right? And now suppose I'll take one more example. I want again to create a session, and I'll just save this, and I will just execute this sessions.php. So I got the output as explore all, right? And now you execute your arrays.php again. Let us see what happens. you again got explore all. Why you got? Because I again started my session. So sessions are nothing but a period of time. Whenever you close your browser, your session will be ended. Okay, in your computer, whenever you open an application, suppose if I open application called as Picasa, the computer will be able to track that your session, that is when you open the Picasa and when you closed your Picasa application, it will be able to track. Whereas when coming to the websites, it can't track, because you might be browsing on different browsers, like. So how it tracks is by using your cookies and your session variables. These session variables, whenever it sets a session variables, a user ID is created for your session, and whenever you log out, the session is destroyed in that browser. Okay, this is about sessions. I hope you understood good, and let's continue with more tutorials and further. Stay tuned with explorer.com. Thank you guys.